John 7:29. Ego scio eum, quia ipso sum, et ipse me misit. I know him, since I am from him, and he has sent me. This is a nice, short little verse. I think there's only a couple things which could potentially confuse an inexperienced reader. One is ipso, and the other actually is ipse. So in other words, the use of both of these, what we call intensifying pronouns. So this first part is straightforward. I know him. Jesus has just been talking to the crowd, and they've said, well, we know this guy, we know Jesus and where he comes from, but when the Messiah comes, nobody's supposed to know where he comes from. And Jesus says, well, it's true, you do know me, but you don't really know me because you don't really know my Father who sent me. I'm not coming on my own account or of my own accord. And that's the key idea that he's picking up here. I know him. I know the one you guys don't know. I know the Father because I am the Son. And how do I know him? I know him since or because I am from him. Now, ipso here is simply standing in for the simple third person singular pronoun eo. It's doing more or less the same thing, and we can translate it more or less the same way. As we've mentioned on a number of occasions, this word, this intensifying pronoun, doesn't always actually perform an intensifying function in the Vulgate. Sometimes it seems to, other times it seems to more or less be a simple equivalent of the normal pronoun. So here, I think it's best just to say, I am from him, not I am from him himself. That doesn't seem to be necessary here to the sense. I come from him is what he means. And this phrase echoes a phrase he had used earlier in the last verse to say, listen, I'm not coming from myself. I'm not coming a me ipso, from my own self on my own account. And there I think it does have an intensifying effect. Here, though, he's simply saying, I'm coming from him. I'm coming on his account, in other words, on his behalf. And he sent me. Now, we've got to attend carefully to the fact that ipse is in the nominative case here, which means it refers not to me, you might be tempted to take it that way, but actually to the subject of whatever main verb we've got here, which is misit. That's he. That's third person singular, right? Not first person. And he it is who sent me.